parks APIs. And then API or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. No. API. Is it? Yay! Cool. So it's just about reading it and see what we can find. So what's an API? What's available? Alerts, things like that. How far have we gotten with it?
I'm there. Like I got an ID and everything, but it's just accessing the information to run off.
Okay. Like
And
what?
I put the key in to postman.
Uh-huh.
In
the
I
headers?
just don't know how to access it from there.
So
I'm trying to do like the park section.
okay. So let's go to
Like
parks. Yeah, let's go to parks here. So what's the URL? That's great. So these are all the parameters, properties you can add.
Like on the top, it says that /parks. Do I have to put that on the end of my URL?
Mm-hmm. So what? Let me go to the base URL here. So consider the following example. So they give you here an example. So it says if you go to here /API v0 alerts park code equal yell yos, what should we get see in a response? Resource endpoint is that. Query search is all that. HTTP request header is authorization in your API key.
Yeah.
Do you have your API key?
I do.
Okay, cool.
And I put that address in and it worked, but then when I tried to access the park information, it kept saying like the 404 code, so I knew I was doing it wrong.
So
do I need that V0?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah. So you want to keep it at v0 because that's a version. Like this is the base URL, and then I would just say because alerts is one of the same categories as alerts, so alerts as parks. So if you're replacing alerts with parks, I would just replace here. Can you guys see that? Let's get as well.
Oh, gotcha.
So you would just replace this alerts with parks, and then the query is whatever you will see inside the parks information.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. So we can try this together right now. Do you mind slacking me your key so you can put it? Yeah. So we'll do parks, and then this one uses authorization as a header. So authorization. I don't like how tab complete doesn't work.
Wait, why are you writing authorization?
Because
that was one of the steps it said in that.
Right here it says example. You need this, and then at the bottom it says HTTP request header. You need authorization, and then your API key.
So whenever it says a header, you have to include it.
Do you just like it?
That, yeah, in that request.
Excellent. Copy and paste. Sweet. I didn't specify anything in the query, so I'm curious as to what we're gonna get as far as the request. So we got all the parks because we didn't specify. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So no, but I think it's a great example for us to kind of see it work. So we needed that header in here to add it, and then yeah, we get all the parks here. This is kind of like what I want you guys to get to. So once you get some data, you're like, cool, I can work with this, right? If this is what you want. And then you can play around with it a little bit. So we can go into parks. You're like, okay, parks. I can specify, for example,
latitude, longitude.
What is it?
Latitude, longitude.
Latitude, longitude. Do you have latitude, longitude?
I would just like to implement that into a map.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool.
I just don't know how like the numbers. Like I think if you give it coordinates, it will give you the. Well, this is. Yeah, it's giving you all the latitude and longitude, but I think you can search, like if you give it a specific latitude and longitude, it gives you all the parks, like that specific park at that longitude and latitude.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this one right here, like just by parks, it gives you all the parks. So you can map all of those already. Because
So
you have all the...
her site would need to say, I'm at this latitude, does this match anything on the list kind of thing?
Something like that. It depends on the API. This one doesn't do very well. Like I don't think you can search very easily. You'll have to like read through this and see what you can do. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, that's a good one. What other ones can we explore?
I just started messing with mine. It's super easy.
Cool.
You want to do it?
Sure. We can do it real quick. What we got?
It's jservice.io.
Great. It's a trivia questions. Great. So what we're looking at here, the first thing I like to look for is the base URL to see if I can make a request. But it's good too to just see what endpoints there are. So remember, these are the endpoints of things that you can request for. So we can do clues. Options are the query parameters they can pass. So that's pretty cool. Sweet. Do you have the base URL, or is it just?
It's actually that is the base URL.
Yeah. That's if they don't provide it, then you can just assume it's the URL that you're in right now. So what I'm gonna guess is I'm gonna paste this up here, HTTP service.io, and then API clues. And I'm expecting, and I'm gonna remove the header from before because it's not looking for it. I'm expecting, a bunch of clues. Yeah. And now if I want to be more specific, I can give it a value. The value is the clue in dollars. So value $3. I don't know how this works.
It's 100
100?
100 to 500 by 100 increments.
Got it. So I did 100 and then gave me all the ones that are value of 100, 500, some idea. Yeah. Yeah. So you just, whenever it says anything about, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. Whenever it says anything about parameters and things like that, you can just attach on all those. So like I can do category too. So if I want to do category, n% adds another one. So you can do category equals that, or whatever it is. What's a category? Politics.
There's a whole bunch.
Politics. Great. So you can do by politics. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Try in quotations the letters RU.
Oh, it's the ID. It's asking for the category ID.
Oh.
So if I do one, there you go. The category ID for one is politics. There you go.
Oh, I see.
So I always just look at the type right here. So my head's on the way.
Wait, int means.
Integer.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
integer. So it's looking for an integer. So here I know it's looking for an integer. So the ID is the integer. So if I did, for example, 2, category 2 is baseball. This is category 2. So now it limits it all to baseball. So just know, like, if you want to tag on more specific, like, say you're getting XML, most of them will do like format equals, and then you can say JSON or something like that. But notice how we're passing extra information through the query. They're all key value pair. Key, value, key, value, key, value. That was a good one.
Wait, at the end, what's that format equals JSON? You can always put that.
By the way, can I use that?
Yeah. Do you want to Slack it to you?
No, I've got it.
Oh,
I
you
just
got
want to approve it for use.
Oh yeah. No, send the URL. I'm like, yeah, it's so fine. Sometimes if you get your format to be like XML or something different, you can specify format to be JSON. This doesn't work in like they need to have this sort of available to them, but that would happen. I was helping Roxy; she was having this problem. Cool. Other APIs.
I guess my question was more so just based around like what we're actually doing when we have the API that works. In terms of like, does it need to be something that's unique? Like I know that like with Peter, like we just built like a little movie search database type thing.
Uh-huh.
Like is that acceptable, or are we trying to build like a truly unique function that like doesn't?
Oh, for your Q1 project?
Supported. Yeah, I was just more worried about sort of like what the actual constraints are because I found a couple cool APIs, but then it was like, well, what the hell do I do with this now? Like it looks like they don't have that many features on them.
Yeah.
Like,
I can help you brainstorm. Like it could be something silly. Like it doesn't have to be like groundbreaking app idea. Like it could be something silly. That's totally great thing. Like build this app. Like you click hit me and it gives you a bunch of different Ice and Fire characters. I don't know, like
okay.
or maybe it tries to match your name with it. I don't know, something like that. Like
sure.
it could
Or
be
if it
something
uses-
silly.
Yeah, you can type in what house it is and then it returns
A random
a
character
random
from it.
character from
Yeah.
there or something. Okay.
So if that's what you want, like if something like that's what you want for your project, I would probably stretch it for you. But that's something we can talk personally, but like, yeah, that's basically all it has to do. Yeah. Yeah.
I have one that
Yeah.
I could try. I'll send it to you.
Oh my god, I think I'm stuck in big mode. I don't know how to. Okay, I'm stuck in big mode for postman. Cool. Deck of cards API. Oh, I think Matt was playing around with this one. Cool. So it says, shuffle the cards. You can make a request to this. It says, yeah, let's just try and make a get request to this before we go too far into it. See what happens. True. Remaining deck ID is this one. Okay. So I think it shuffled a deck and gave me an ID.
Okay.
Can I get that ID? Can I get that deck of cards? So now you can do,
I guess it kind of gives the examples right there.
yeah. So let's do something like this. Now if I
Like,
put
is
this
it-
here,
Like, would it be like too ambitious to like make a little like game app or something? Like
No, no.
something like this?
yeah, I
Like
would make a card game. Yeah,
card game.
yeah.
It was a
absolutely.
blackjack one that was in
Yeah,
your
there's a
Slack.
cool
It was
example
fun.
of one.
Oh, there
Was
was.
it
Yeah,
the Star
you should
Wars
do
one?
those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sounds like a lot of work, but
it was a lot of work. Yeah, but it's still a really good experience.
one idea.
So one thing that you will see is some sort of placeholder, and the convention there's not. So there's many ways to kind of simplify, like, hey, this is a variable. This is not just a value. So it says here deck ID. It's not. It doesn't actually want you to make a request with deck ID. It wants you to replace that with an actual ID. So I want to try it. Put this ID here. I want to make a request. Dang it! I was hoping it will actually give me the cards. You need to draw cards from it.
Oh, like how many cards to draw?
Yeah. So now there's 50 cards in that deck. Like I was expecting to try to get like,
What cards
the whole
did it
deck.
draw? Did it say what cards it drew?
Yeah, I did, and I lost it. No, I want to go back. Right here, here. Clubs, a 5 of clubs. Here's the image to it. So they give you an image sometimes. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
so you can use that. Other images, PNG, SVG, yeah. So yeah, this is a pretty
This is-
doable API.
Yeah.
Just get requests. So this one's great, and I wish more of them were like this, where they just give you.
And it
You're
doesn't
awesome.
look like it has any like restrictions, right, as to how many times
Nope.
you
Go ahead and
can
spam it.
request
So the image is like if you wanted to like display the card.
Yeah, the URL. You create an image. No, you create with JavaScript. You create an image tag, and then you input the value through like you change the source to be that.
So you could like flip through the deck of cards.
Yeah.
Do solitaire.
Uh,
I don't know.
let me see if I can get. Yeah, I got it back.
So
Postman also provides you code if you wanna see what this will look like with JavaScript. So if you're gonna do like jQuery, it'll tell you what the code it is to make this request.
oh wow.
It's a little bit of both because it has the headers of cache control, no cache, Postman token. It gives you a token. You don't need that. You can remove that. But yeah, it gives you the method and the URL, and
You
don't
don't need
have
to
to worry.
include your key in there?
This one didn't ask for a key.
Oh, but the ones that do it.
Yeah, the ones that did like yeah. Let's go back to
How did you get there again? Where you were?
yeah. I'll show you one more time as soon as I get one of the other ones that we're trying to do. Oh yeah, this one's had a key, right? Yeah, had a headers. So if we want this header, right? You go in the corner, it says code, and it gives you a code for all kinds of languages. We're doing JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax, and then boom. And notice
And
how
that's to do your get request.
That's
Yeah.
to put it in your file, right?
Uh-huh.
In your-
no, your actual
JS
code.
It just gives you the actual thing.
So that's super helpful if you.
Where it just goes.
Click one at a time.
That'd be great.
There's
Oh, took too long.
reason.
No. That's great. It should be kind of fun. You have you have to there's a beer image. You have to keep drinking while you pick them up. Like, drink. Oh no, I gotta get drink, and then yeah. Cool. So yeah, this is Postman. That's the whole purpose of Postman. Is so you don't have to write any JavaScript, and you can test out your API before you start coding anything, and you can throw headers in there, whatever you need. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if it has authorization, remember it's not authorizing; it's headers, and you put whatever the key value is, and then you put the URL here. I doubt people are going to be using any other one, so just make sure it's a GET request. Other APIs that you guys want to try?
Google Maps.
That one's a little bit
I know.
different. It's very unique.
I know. I might just pull out of that one.
Okay, I can help you with that one in person, but it doesn't use Postman. It's you add a script into your HTML, and it makes a request for you. That was a little bit tricky. Yeah, it's a different API from the rest. Other ones? No.
How do you extract the individual key value pairs again?
From
I was trying to do where you added the question mark and then the key equals the value, right?
Yeah.
So if it's like a word like national parks, it's has a space separated between it. Do you just put it like that in the URL?
So if we go to parks, like this right here.
Yeah, where it says designation, and then the value I'd want is just the national parks. I don't care about the other stuff.
Yeah, so let's try that. So we go to Postman, and I think I should have one of these here. Oh, it's any of these.
Maybe the NPS one.
Oh wait, no. Is it NPS one, right?
Developer NPS.
Okay, here it is. And yeah, we'll do parks, and then we'll do designation equals national park.
Yeah.
Cool. There it is. So you would just put it with a space, but notice when you do look at the code, they'll do percentage 20. That's the code for space.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good question. But you can try it out in Postman without the $sign to it, but it will work either way. Instead of doing a space.
It's showing national monument other ones too. I'll try with
Percent 20? Designation, nothing. So it returns all the empty ones. National heritage, national park. Just give me a bunch of national, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Anything that match the word national, pretty much.
Okay.
So it just has a fuzzy search. Okay. Other questions? Talk about APIs. Finding, accessing, requesting.
I have a question, not really specifically about APIs, but I'm waiting on a key, so should I turn in my proposal based on that one? Or should I?
Is there a similar API somewhere?
No.
It's very unique.
Yeah.
The problem is that I don't want you to start coding and working on it if you, what happens if it never works? You never get your key.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only concern.
So maybe I'll just wait till the end of the day.
No, work on your proposal. Yeah, try to submit it. I'll read it and everything. As soon as we get the green light, we're good. Yeah.
Have it back up.
Yeah, backup plan. Questions about Postman or APIs or how to get requests, data?
Any other pro tips on Postman?
Well, there's a lot of cool things you can do with it. Like here in the left bar, it saves all your previous requests. You can actually have a collection, and I haven't used it the way that a lot of people do. You can have tabs for different requests that you're using. Yeah, let's talk about this. So you can, when you make requests, if you do a post, you can actually include a body, and here you can send information. So most of the time when you send information, you will do x www form URL encoded. which is a format for the body. So you can send it that way. You can also write raw what it's gonna be. So if you're sending JSON, you can write it here what it's going to look like name Bob. So you can specify it. I would never do binary. That makes no sense. Yeah, but yeah, you can specify a lot of information if you do a request. Notice how it adds all the things. But you can save your queries if you wanted to. If you have an account, you save your queries. You can go back to them. Other than that, like the super annoying part is if you're used to using Command Tab to go back and forth. So like if you want to go to Chrome, it's actually part of Chrome. So you need to do Command Tick to go back to Chrome. It's a keyboard shortcut because it is part of Chrome. So it happens all the time. I'm in Postman. I'm like, oh, I want to go back to Chrome, and it doesn't go anywhere. You have to do Command Tick because it's a Chrome extension app. Other than that, no, like that's all I use Postman for is just to test out APIs.
Cool.
Yeah, just make requests. I don't think there's too much. I know people save, you can use variables for URLs, all kinds of stuff, but I don't use it that intensively. Cool. Other stuff. Sweet. Well, yeah, just ask me if your API, like all APIs are different. Like the fact that we tried the coupons one, it wasn't working. Don't spend too much time on it. It might just not work. It might just be like they're free APIs. There's like if it crashes, like I don't care. They're not gonna take their documentation down. Like they'll still be out there. So yeah, this should be the first step to try to find some good data. I'll stay here for a bit if you guys have questions and stuff, but I'll stop recording.